That's when I realised my left arm was on fire. She's on fire. Hello, welcome to my magazine show, volume 3. It's Joe McGrath. You've seen what's to come. That's a little bit at the start there. Do you like that little bit? Yeah, a bit of something there. And now it's time to get into the nitty gritty. I bought Take a Break this week. If you're new to the magazine show, it is basically me buying magazines that you'll get from your newsagents that have mad headlines like "Husband's bombshell, dumped after I lost my hands and feet." That's all you really get, really. I then pick some of my favourite stories and I bring them to you. I'm trying to decorate the set, by the way. What are you thinking about it? When I say decorate, I've just got a picture of Manchester there. 2 stories today for you, and I'm also going to read my star sign thing for Cancer. I'm June 26th, if anyone wants to know my birthday. I've not really picked many stories from the front of the page. Only one, which is the big headline. That'll be coming later on. I walked in on my man in bed with my mum. I've read it. Bombshell of a story. So I'm picking a story that wasn't on the front page, but I can't say I enjoyed it, because a lot of these stories are quite like horrific. I don't enjoy any of these stories, but I was hooked by one. This is simply titled Horror at the Barbecue. It does sound like the sequel to Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Alex-Bester? How the fuck do you pronounce that? This one is a story about Renee. Renee was going to a kid's party. She's not a kid. She's 38. Her best friend Ellie has got a toddler, so she was going to this barbecue where she was to be part of the adults at the kids' party. Do you know what I mean? The ones that get a bit too pissed. It was especially when I was a kid, the adults really had more fun than the kids at the party. Do you get that? They were just levered constantly. She's entered the party, she's give the gifts over, and now it's time to mingle. We all love a mingle. A group of my girlfriends were standing together, so I went over and I joined them. Behind me, the barbecue was started, and I chatted to my mates. Then suddenly, something hit me in the back. It started at my neck, travelled up through my arms, and then eventually to my face. That's when I realised my left arm was on fire. She's on fire. My hand was on fire. I then went to touch my face. My face is now on fire. I'm now rolling on the ground. The grass is now on fire. It is chaos. Renee has been very brave here. She's admitted it herself. She doesn't know how she did it. She's rolling around on the grass in this barbecue. Luckily, though, people are onto it straight away. People are trying to put her out with bottles of water. I don't think anyone threw the drink on it because it might have alcohol in it. That might make things worse. But she goes on to say that the pain was so bad. I felt as if I was being seared with red hot poker chips. I started to scream and scream. Everything's now a bit of a blur for poor Renee. She comes in and out of consciousness. She can hear the paramedics on their way. But the next few days, she doesn't really know what's happening until she comes round in intensive care. The doctors said she suffered 25% burns off her body. But why, you might be asking? Well, Renee says, it was there I learned that a man who was also a guest at the birthday party had tried to get the barbecue going by pouring fire gel starter onto the charcoal. I was standing just 7 meters away. As soon as the accelerant hit the flame, a fireball had formed and shot towards me. Now this is where the crazy bit comes in. The fireball shot towards Renee. All the kids are on the ground here. Missed them by that much. Bang! Fireball got Renee. Could have been worse. Could have been worse is all I'm saying. Great shot by the guy, maybe. Anyway, cut long story short, like I do with OCD, just to get a bit bored. She's great. She looks great now. She's got a boyfriend called James. They've got a couple of kids together. And the guy who started the fireball, she reached out to him, because where's my apology? He doesn't want to know. Cheeky that. Cheeky. Apologies if you can hear the storm outside. It's just started absolutely pissing it down. But we move on to our headline story of the day. The mother of all shocks. Nice, like the title. I was heavily pregnant when I caught my boyfriend in bed with someone unexpected. Could I find it in my heart to forgive? Introduce you to the characters. You've got Amy, and then you've got her boyfriend Ryan and her mum. I can't remember the mum's name. It will be in here somewhere, but she's just referred to a lot as the mum. Amy and Ryan seem like a nice couple, but Ryan's a bit of a Jack the lad. They break up now and again. He goes off and does his thing and then comes back to her. It's one of those kind of relationships. Amy and Ryan are taking things a bit more seriously now. He's still got the Jack the lad inside him, and it turns out she's now got a baby inside her. she's pregnant with Ryan's kid. The story then tells us a bit about Ryan and Amy's mum's relationship. Amy's mum thinks that she can do better. Ryan, not good enough for her daughter. No. This is the start of their relationship. Things seem to change quite quickly though, which is why Amy's got a bit suspicious. On Amy's 24th birthday, Ryan's working, the baby's still inside her. Her mum takes her out for some food and they do a little gender reveal where the cake is inside and it says what colour it is. Have I explained that right? Basically, the cake was blue. They're having a boy. Amy, during her pregnancy, has a tiny bit of trouble. She has to go to hospital for a couple of days, which isn't good. But this is where the suspicions first come in. Ryan and her mum, they're not around too much while she's in hospital. This is their grandson. This is his son. Where are they both? She also seems to see that their relationship is changing a bit. When they're around, Ryan is making jokes, and normally she'd just not even laugh at him, but she's laughing her head off now. This is the first clue in what is about to unfold. One day, one of Amy's friends texted her to say that Ryan's car has just appeared outside your mum's house. There was no reason for him to be there, so I decided to go quickly round to my mum's and see if I can get to the bottom of all this. When I arrived, the door was unlocked, so I just let myself in. I took my phone out, I put it on record mode, and I clicked record. Then I quietly went up to the bedroom, and this is where the bombshell hits. My mouth dropped to the floor. I opened, and I saw my mum and Ryan in the same bed. It didn't take a genius to work out why they were so exhausted. My baby's father and my mother in the same bed. Ryan woke up and glared at me. The first thing he did, He hid himself. He didn't want to be seen here. He didn't want to be on Facebook. It got viral. Mum sat bolt right up. What? She snapped. Nothing's happened, the mum said. We were just sleeping. Amy's having none of that. There's 3 beds in this house and a sofa. You need to be both together, do you, Mum? Ah! She then cuts all ties with Ryan and her mum. She said, I don't want anything to don't want to deal with you. You're done. You're done. Big claim from Amy. You're done. Amy then has the baby with 2 of her closest mates by her side. The drama's still unfolding, but she wants to make sure that she delivers the baby safely. The following weeks, Amy comes to the terms that maybe her mum does need to see their baby. Eventually, always the way with these stories, Ryan pops back in as well. How does he get away with this? So now everyone's back in her life, really. I mean, she might need the support. How am I to judge? Ryan got back into her life. He's there looking after the baby just as a friend, or the baby's dad, obviously. Next thing you know, and this is, and I quote, I wanted to give him the chance to be a good dad, but one night we got drunk and one thing led to another. I fell pregnant again with his kid. I give up. I really give up. Baby number 2's on the way now. To cut a long story short, the catchphrase on the magazine show. They've got 2 kids. Ryan and Amy aren't together. The mum's still a super grandma. And it actually says here, Ryan said, I regret sleeping with Linda and I would do anything to change it. I'm truly sorry. And finally, to end the magazine show, I'm just going to read out my star sign. Yeah, really, that's all I'm going to do. Cancer, that's me. What are you? Drop a comment. You're moving to the front of the queue, so make sure you know what you want, Cancer. That's worded weirdly, innit? It literally says, so make sure what you know what you want, comma, Cancer. Now, obviously, there's no question mark, because she's not asking me, do I want cancer? Anyway, weird wording. I just put, make sure you know what you want. Just say that. Cancer, no. Think before committing, as what you put in place could remain for a while. What? If it's the case of not wanting to be rushed, say so, and take any advice with a pinch of salt. Money matter is a work in progress, but all signs point to you ending up better off. I probably will not do reading my star sign again, because I have no idea what that all means. Anyway, what a nice way to end the magazine show. Make sure you leave a like, a little comment as well. Please leave a sub. I've been Joe McGrath. This has been my magazine show. Bye-bye.